Hi, and welcome to week 5 of our garden education. I can't believe we've already hit week 5. We've learned about so many different topics, and today I want to hit a topic of learning about some food groups of things that you guys are maybe growing at home or getting from the store, because it's really good to learn about the health benefits from different vegetables and learning about how many servings you need of your food groups, and then what different food groups you can get at the store, and some of them may surprise you. So you should have hopefully your week 5 kit, and it also has, hey, welcome to week 5 of our garden education. I can't believe we've already hit week 5 and we're almost done. So let's dive a little bit into learning about different food groups, because it's really important to learn about how many servings you need for each food group, and just learning about, how you can use those fresh produce that you're maybe growing at home, or the fresh produce that is very fresh in the store right now. Because a lot of times when the fruit and vegetables are fresh in their season close to us, it is even cheaper. So that is a good way to save some money. So you should have received hopefully your week 5 and week 6 kit. So let's break it open to see what you need for today. So today, the only supplies that we need, you should have a packet like this that has 2 pages, and it has different foods on them. Some of them are processed and have different things on them, like the hamburger. But then a lot of the other stuff is just like a green bean right off the plant. So you need that. Then you also should have a very large poster that has my plate on it. So what we are going to do is we're going to learn about what different what these are for your food groups. So we're going to take, for instance, we're going to take the sweet potato and we're going to put it on the right quadrant on your My Plate. But first, before we do that, let's kind of go over how many different servings you need for different group on your My Plate, because every group is different. So fruits, you need 2 cups of fruit a day. Vegetables, you need 2.5 cups a day. Grains, you need 6 ounces. Protein, you need 5.5 ounces. And protein may surprise you. So protein is your meat, which is what most people think. But protein also is your peanut butter and your beans. So you may get it by your meat, or you may get it from a combination of some other stuff. And then your dairy, you need 3 cups of. So you could have 3 glasses of milk a day, or you could put some yogurt in there, or even ice cream counts, which I'm sure all of you guys would love to have some ice cream during the day. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out all of these shapes, and if you don't have scissors at home, that's okay. You can either leave it as a whole sheet and you can write under each picture what food group it would be using from looking off of this, or you can just tear it off if that's what works for you if you don't have scissors handy. So take the time, go ahead and pause this video and cut out your different images of food, and then have them ready to go, and we will work on the rest of the activity. Okay, so welcome back. I hope that you have either your pieces cut out or are ready to label your My Plate. I know that this is a little cut out, but this is my dairy over here: vegetables, proteins, grains, and fruits. So we're going to take our pile of images and we're going to go through these. And if you want, it would be nice if maybe you could pause the video one more time and try to maybe fill these out by yourself by just laying the image where you think that it should be, and then we'll go through it. But if you want to just follow along with me, that is perfectly fine. Whatever you are comfortable with, okay? So let's slide this up a little bit more so we can really see it. So know that my dairy is over here, but it's just a little bit cut off. Okay, so I first am going to grab my carrot. So where do you think carrot should go? If you guessed vegetables, you would be correct. Okay, so what we have here is a hamburger. Now, when you eat hamburger, there are a lot of different things on your hamburgers. Maybe you just eat a burger without a bun. Maybe you eat a burger with a bun and a lot of toppings. Maybe you eat it with a bun and no toppings. But what we have here is a bun, and we have maybe some pickles and some lettuce and some cheese and some tomatoes, and then our meat. So you could put this in, so if you wanted to focus on the buns, you could focus on the meat, you could focus on maybe the vegetables and the fruits, or you could focus on the cheese. So let's maybe focus on the bun. So where would the bun go? In which category? Would it go in vegetables, proteins, fruits, grains, or dairy? And if you guessed greens, that would be correct. So we could have also put it in protein because of the burger. We could have also put it underneath the vegetable category because of the lettuce. We could have put it underneath the fruit category because of the pickles and the tomatoes. The tomatoes and cucumbers are considered a fruit because they have seeds inside and they grow from flowers. We also could have even put it underneath dairy because of the cheese. So now I'm going to let's grab the dish of yogurt. So where does yogurt go? Does it go underneath the protein, vegetables, fruits, grains, or dairy? If you guessed dairy, you would be correct. So go ahead and lay it over there. I know you can't really see mine, but we're going to put it right there. Now let's grab the big picture of the steak. Now, there is a couple different things on this plate with the steak. I believe this is probably butter, and this is probably broccoli. So if you want, you could put those two underneath the category that it would go. But let's focus on the steak. Where would the steak go? Does it go underneath protein, vegetables, fruits, grains, or dairy? If you guessed protein, you'd be correct. Now let's go ahead and focus on the green beans. The green beans are on a nice vine. So where would the green beans go? And before I say that, think about the green beans. How do the green beans grow, and what's inside those green beans? So would it go underneath protein, vegetables, fruits, grains, or the dairy? If you guessed fruit, you'd be correct because the green beans grow from flowers and there are seeds inside, so they are actually considered a fruit. Now I'm going to, let's go with the ice cream cone. So again here, like a couple of the other products, you could categorize it by the cone or the ice cream, but let's focus on the ice cream today. Where does the ice cream go? Does it go underneath fruit, grains, vegetables, protein, or the dairy category? If you guessed dairy, you'd be correct. Now, we need 3 servings of dairy a day. So here's 2 servings right here. We have the yogurt and we have the ice cream. So all we would need is 1 more serving. So maybe that's a glass of milk. Now let's go ahead and maybe pick up the rice. A bag of rice. Which category would that go underneath? Would it go protein, vegetables, fruits, grains, or dairy? If you guessed grains, that would be correct. Now for the grains, remember that you need 6 ounces for a serving, and this may be about 6 ounces. You would have to weigh it, or maybe look on the package of the buns to see how many ounces that is, or weigh your rice and see how many ounces you're getting of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out the peanut butter from the pile. Where does peanut butter go? Really think about that one, because that one may stump you a little bit if you didn't already know the answer. Does that go in fruits, vegetables, protein, grains, or the dairy category? And I had said it earlier, if you were paying attention, it goes underneath protein. That is very high in protein for you. And protein was 5.5 ounces for your servings in a day. And this may be about 5 ounces, because you might have a 3 to 4 ounce steak, and then if you had peanut butter maybe on a piece of toast for the day, that could be all that you need. So let's go to the last product we have is the sweet potato. Where would sweet potato go? Is it let's narrow it down. Is it vegetables or is it fruit? It's a vegetable, isn't it? So vegetables, you need 2 cups, or 2.5 cups, a day for your servings. So one sweet potato may be a cup or more, and then you might have had a couple carrots with your lunch, and that could have been maybe close to a half a cup or so. So you just would need just a little bit more of your serving. So maybe you would add maybe some corn with your supper, or something like that. So you need just a little bit more vegetables to make a serving. So we just have one more left. We have a muffin. Now, muffins usually have toppings inside of it, whether it be maybe chocolate chips or blueberries, or maybe it's made from bananas. So let's focus on the main product here, the muffin. What's inside the muffin? What's the big thing that muffins are made out of? They're made out of usually a lot of flour, and sometimes maybe in some oats or something like that. So that would go into the grain category, right? So we would probably most likely be well over our grain serving for the day, and that's okay, as long as they're all kind of healthy. But we also could have focused on maybe these are made out of blueberry, and so then we could maybe put the blueberries in our category here. And when you are thinking about your different food groups, know that like when it comes to your fruits and vegetables, it doesn't always have to be fresh. It could be frozen, it could be dried, it could be even canned. And for your ounces of grains, usually 1 ounce is about a slice of bread, or half a cup of cooked rice is usually about an ounce. So there's kind of an idea of what to be thinking about for how many servings of that. And then we got protein. We've got 1 ounce of cooked meat is usually around a serving. An egg is considered protein, and the peanut butter, like I talked about. And then also some other stuff would be beans and nuts or seeds. And then your dairy, we had ice cream and yogurt on here, but know that obviously it's cheese and milk is in that category as well. And if you are lactose intolerant and don't have a lot of milk products, your soy beverages, like your soy milk and stuff, would be considered your dairy for the day. So that's a little bit, let's go back down to the map quick. So that's a little bit of maybe what you would eat in the day, and kind of looking at what would be on your plate. So now that was what I wanted to show you from what I have in your kit. But now I want you to think about, after this video, what you eat in a day. So maybe you are doing this activity in the evening and you've already ate maybe breakfast and lunch and maybe even a snack. So I want you to put down right on here, or maybe on another sheet of paper if you want to keep this. Write down either what you have ate in the day and categorize it, or maybe if you could eat anything during the day, what would you eat, and then categorize it here, okay? So if one of your things was a hamburger and you want to categorize the bun, the meat, and the cheese, that would be great. or if you want to just focus on the burger and put in protein, that's okay. So take the time. So go ahead and take the time to think about what you would eat in the day or what you have ate so far, and go ahead and categorize it on your map or your placemat. So the only other thing that I have for you is within your kit, you should have hopefully gotten one of these. It is focused on 5-a-day fruit and vegetable bans. So this kind of helps you keep track of how much fruit and vegetables you have eaten a day, whether it be an apple, a couple of carrots, maybe a zucchini or something like that. So what you would do is you put these bracelets on one wrist, and once you've ate that apple, take it off and put it over on this wrist. So once this wrist is full of your bracelets, that means that you have gotten probably close to around the amount of servings that you have had. So maybe an apple may be a cup and maybe a half a cup. You would have to kind of measure that out if you're really wanting to stick to the 2 cups fruit, 2.5 cups of vegetables. But this is a good way to at least make sure that you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and having a nice healthy diet. So that's a little bit on different food groups and learning about some ways to make sure that you have a healthy, well-balanced diet. So if you have a garden at home, make sure you're eating a lot of those nice fresh vegetables and fruits. Even though your fruit and vegetables don't have to be fresh, it's always good to be able to get lots of fresh vegetables and fruits in your diet. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson on learning about food categories and having a well-balanced diet. We will meet back here on video one more time during the summer, and I think you'll really like week 6. So I hope you have a great week, and I will see you soon. Thanks.